You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Harry's wife. The future exploitation of the children. I'm commonly asked, do narcissists love their children, HG? I have an entire video dedicated to answering that question for you. But what it is important for you to understand is that a child is usually a non-intimate secondary source in the fuel matrix of the narcissist. Sometimes they can be a non-intimate partner primary source, where the narcissist doesn't have an intimate partner primary source and utilizes this family member, their child, as the focus of most of their control, the drawing of fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. In some instances of abuse, the child can be an intimate partner secondary source, or even possibly an intimate partner primary source. The fact is, the child, like anybody else in the narcissist's fuel matrix, is there to be used by the narcissist. A little mirror, who is but an extension of the narcissist, whose achievements are automatically acquired and commandeered by the narcissist. An individual whose accomplishments become subsumed into the construct of the narcissist. An individual that is invariably easy to control when a young child, and still is controlled when they become an adult child of a narcissist, commonly called an acon. The narcissist does not love that child, although many narcissists believe that they do. Some narcissists are out and out abusive. Others, the abuse is more subtle. The neglect that occurs, the omission of emotional support, the utilization and control over that child, restricting them, the helicoptering around them. Remember, just because you might see someone who would fit the mold of a helicopter parent, that doesn't mean that they are a narcissist. It just raises the possibility that they could be, because such helicoptering may be the repeated assertion of control over that child, the manifestation of an absence of emotional empathy. It may show a lack of accountability for behaviours. One would have to look at that behaviour in line with other behaviours of that individual over a sustained period of time. But where we have an individual who is a confirmed narcissist, it is the case that any child of theirs is simply an appliance like anybody else to be used. And narcissists will use them to make them look good. Commonly, the narcissist will use that child as a stepping stone to get to the former intimate partner primary source. That's why so many of you experience difficulties with regard to co-parenting with a narcissist, because although the narcissist may give the appearance of wanting to care about that child, they're really using that child to get to you because you are the bigger prize. They don't give a rat's ass for how that affects the child. They don't give a rat's ass for the impact that it has upon the child in terms of using them as part of the games. Indeed, the narcissism blinds them to it. It's also the case that a narcissist will exploit their children, utilizing them for material gain. We've already seen this with Harry's wife in relation to the two children, Lilybucks and Murchie, as they have become penned. Now, of course, there are those of you who don't believe that any children exist. There are those of you who believe that the children do exist, but they were born of a surrogate. There are other people who believe that some children exist, but they're not the Sussexes and that they're other people's children that are brought in. Whatever you might believe, let us, for the purposes of this explanatory video, assume that children do exist and they have some blood relation to the Sussexes. Harry's wife plays the role of mother, and Archie and Lilibut are non-intimate secondary sources within her fuel matrix. They're very easy to control because they're so young. They are reliant upon her and other caregivers for the provision of food, soothing, comfort, etc., heat, warmth, all the rest of it. They are physically weak and therefore easy in terms of what their requirements are and lack of physicality, so that the narcissist can control them. They do provide fuel with their responses towards Harry's wife, although it's only of moderate potency. Character traits are something that will increasingly be acquired by her, dependent upon the course of life that they achieve, and of course residual benefits are utilised in terms of her being able to exploit them, primarily for the maintenance of a facade, see, I'm a great mum, and also, of course, in relation to merchandising opportunities. And it's simply this. Harry's wife will exploit those children as they get older. Why? Well, because she's a narcissist and she has no emotional empathy for them. They are television sets, toasters, washing machines, fridge freezers that are there to be utilised by her narcissism for her achievement of the prime aims. Want an example of that as to the way that Harry's wife is going to go? Well, you need not look any further than Kim Kardashian. Recently it was reported that Kim Kardashian had ruffled some fans' feathers after allowing her oldest daughter, Northwest, to become an entrepreneur as a pre-teen. Fans ranted online that they disapproved of Kim setting up North to be the boss of a business when she's still a kid. Failure to allow her to enjoy her childhood, a lack of emotional empathy, sense of entitlement to treat her in that manner, absence of accountability for proper parenting. The US Sun recently revealed that Kim, 42, had been prepping North, aged 9, for her successful future as she filed 4 new trademarks in her daughter's name on March 10, 2023. The first trademark filed for is non-medicated skin preparation, skin moisturizers, skin lotions, skin creams, skin cleansers. Now, I don't claim to be any expert in relation to 9-year-old children, but what I do know of those that I've had interaction with through family, etc., is I don't know any 9-year-olds that are bothered with skin preparation, skin moisturizers, skin lotions, skin creams, and skin cleansers. And this is a clear absence of emotional empathy and a lack of boundary recognition being exhibited by Kim Kardashian towards her child. Apparently, the beauty line also plans to expand into skin serums, facial oils, body oils, bath and shower gels, bubble bath, body powders, cosmetics, fragrances, hair care preparations. Now, of course, young girls do often like to emulate their mothers by doing their hair and putting on makeup, but it doesn't go so far as the level of detail that you described there. The Hulu star also plans for North to build her own toy business empire, as a second trademark details toy figures, doll accessories, dolls, drawing toys, infant toys, mechanical action toys, play sets for action figures, soft sculpture toys, bath toys, and more. Now, of course, toys are something which are used more often with children, but here we see that she's being denied the opportunity of enjoying her childhood, being prepped for business. Her toy company may also include children's educational toys for developing fine motor and cognitive skills, musical toys, toy food, toy cookware, baby gyms, playground balls, and sports balls. While Kim appears to be just giving North a head start, many fans are interpreting her power moves as stripping her daughter of her childhood. It is precisely that, because the narcissist doesn't care. In an online thread on Reddit, some fans slammed Kim for attempting to make North a mini version of herself, and they're entirely correct. This is what a narcissist will do, because the child is an extension of the narcissist, a mini-me. One fan judged poor North that at age 9 she should have the freedom to want to grow up to be an artist, a singer, an astronaut, a firewoman, an actress, anything. But her mother is so goddamn narcissistic, she basically doomed and groomed her into becoming the next Kim. Another co-signed, imagine if they just let them be kids, get them a trampoline or something. A third fan raged, honestly sickening. Just let her do what she wants to do. She's a human being with her own life. And of course, all of these fans are entirely accurate with their observations. And this is what Harry's wife will do with her own children. Desperate for money, that residual benefit, she will engage in prepping them to utilise them towards, for instance, if she resurrects the tick, draining the life out of other people, she'll use her children in that regard. She'll use them as appliances that are there to be written about, to be photographed, to be filmed, as she did in the Shitflix docu-series. She'll have no regard, although she claims to want to protect their privacy. All she's done so far is protect their monetary value by keeping them under wraps. It's not done because she cares, it's done because she must exploit them, because as a narcissist, she simply doesn't care about them. And the conduct of Kim Kardashian towards her daughter, Northwest, is indicative and augurs what Harry's wife will do with regard to her own children. You can expect them to be exploited in a similar way because their mother is a narcissist. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.